Nation, episode 67, I think, something like that. I just wrote it and then I forgot. Yes, episode 67. So as you guys can see, I am not at the Freedom Pew Studios. Um, crazy week here in good old Michigan. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk. We're going to go in depth with about fight or flight. So fight or flight, if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, there is the physical reaction to stand and fight somebody in a confrontation or run away from somebody. We're going to talk about in depth what that means, what that entails, what happens to your body. This was brought up from a fan of Pew Pew Nation, actually, that I was talking to last night, and they had a situation at their house. So it made me think, man, that's a great topic. So we're going to talk about that, but before we get into that, we're going to talk about Michigan. Holy hell, Michigan is, jeez, oh Pete. The weather in Michigan is insane. So, what is up, everybody? Jack, how's it going? Jack and Marianne, Eric, Stephanie, Cody, Shane, Brian, everybody that's on here, welcome. Pew Pew Nation, episode 67. If you saw my video earlier, we have a lot of giveaways. Like, a lot of giveaways. So, with that being said, I'm debating. I'm by myself today. We got lots to talk about. I'm debating how many giveaways we're actually going to do. So it depends on, I've decided it depends on how many people watch. So right now, take a second, go on your page, and share this video with everybody you know. Share it on your page. Tell everybody that they have to watch it on the link that you share on Pew Pew Nation. Because if they comment on your shared post, I will not see the comments and it won't show that they're watching us. So right now, go over there, everybody. There's like 15, 16 of you watching right now. We just started. Go over there. Tell everybody to watch Pew Pew Nation live right now as we speak. And get more people over here. The more people we get over here, the more engagement we get, the more giveaways I'm going to do. I don't know why. I'm feeling like I just want to give stuff away today. So, I don't know. If we get 30 people watching at one time today, I will give everything I have on the table away. Well, not everything, because there's a suppressor on the table. I'm not giving you the suppressor. But we're going to talk about the suppressor. But I will give you everything else that is on this table in my giveaway pile here. So I'm going to go through it real quick. Just because I usually don't, I save it for you, but I'm going to go through it. So we have sticker pack. We got Freedom Fatigues, Pew Pew Nation, and the Magpul stickers. Everybody always loves these stickers. They're fantastic. We got a Combat Handguns magazine. We also have Freedom Fatigues hat, one of my favorites here. OD green with the flag on it. Freedom Fatigues, all American made apparel. 100% American made, veteran owned, Leo owned. And that is actually what Pew Pew Nation USA's apparel line is through. So you can go to pewpewnationusa.com or freedomfatigues.com to get all of my apparel as well as the Freedom Fatigues line. We're going to give away the Patriot shirt. This is probably my absolute favorite shirt from Freedom Fatigues. I actually think I might like this shirt more than my own designs. I love my designs, but I just love this shirt. It just, the black with the flag, it just pops. I love this thing. So I'm going to give that away. And if we get enough viewers, I'm going to give away some explosives. That's right. Sonic Boom rimfire targets. There's 10 targets in here. Mix the powder, put it in little bags. You can shoot it with, it requires a 17 grain bullet that's traveling 1,000 feet per second. So shotgun, pistol, rimfire, anything that's 17 grain or larger that's traveling 1,000 feet per second. .22 long rifle works fantastic with these, and they make a big boom. So um, I'm only giving this away, and probably only one of the Freedom Fatigues items if we don't get enough viewers. So make sure you go share it right now. Come back here, tell me it's done, comment done, and I'll know you guys shared us. So uh, go share right now. Brian said I was rocking that one today with Lauren, or when Lauren went to get her fingerprints done for her CPL. Sweet. Uh, Zach, yes, the weather has been crazy. We're going to talk about that in a second here. Burn Washington down, send them here. I'll torch this state. Nice. Shared. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Brian. Hey, buddy. What's up? You're home early. Kinda. Maybe. You want to come say hi since it hasn't been at the studio, at the office for so long?
Yeah.
All right. Colt just got back from karate. He wants to say hi because.
Really hot. I had to teach the little kids sparring.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
So they would pick who they wanted to spar. Like a kick to the head, and I would be like, block it, and I would be going slow.
And then they'd block you? That's so cool. He's a karate instructor now, apparently. and a dabbing master.
The dab is not dead.
Everybody's saying hi, Colton. What's up,
Hello,
buddy?
hello.
Show us some karate moves. So? Don't punch my computer. Can you think you could? Yeah, I was gonna say, can you kick up there?
I can almost kick higher than the head.
You can kick higher than your head. You kick somebody in the head in competition.
Well, he was.
He was the same height as you.
Oh.
There you go. All right, move over. I gotta get back on camera.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right. See you, buddy.
Bye bye.
Bye, buddy. Audio, I don't know. Everything is good. It's not showing it's feeding anything. Is it freaking out still? Hold on. Oh, sounds good on mine. Is the audio good now? It sounds fine on my end. Okay. I don't know what moved. I was closer to the mic, maybe? I don't know. That's why we don't do karate in the house. Way to go, guys. Alright. Well, that's good that we're good now. I am currently trying to invest in a new microphone system, so. Yeah, Dan. So, yes. So, that's what we're going to talk about. So, the crazy week. So, Saturday night, I'm in Michigan. Saturday night, we had some storms roll through. So, I was actually doing photography at a wedding, and we thought it was going to rain all day. We got lucky. I was able to get all of the pictures done. Like, the main wedding pictures, it worked out. I don't know how. I literally took pictures of them cutting the cake, and all hell broke loose. It started raining harder than I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolute crazy winds. It was insane. So we all ran for cover. Tornado sirens going off. Everything going crazy. I was looking on my phone and saw tornado warnings, and I was getting alerts that there was a tornado in somewhere by Clarkston. Clarkston's about, I don't know, probably 15 miles from where I was. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. Well, then I found out later on that the tornado was actually touched down in White Lake, which White Lake, I live in Highland. White Lake is about 4 or 5 miles from my house. Um, Crazy, crazy damage. It was an EF1 tornado, which means it hit. They said that the top wind speeds that they recorded was 108 miles an hour. Mainly hit one neighborhood. It is crazy. We drove through that neighborhood, and it's just devastation. Like every house in that neighborhood is damaged. There's like no trees left. It wiped out all the trees, broke all the tops off the trees and stuff. Um, yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. Home Depot and Walmart, if you're in Michigan and you're familiar with the area, was damaged. The roof on Home Depot pretty much got ripped off. The Salvation Army over there had a bunch of damage. Um, it was nuts. I've never seen anything like that in my life. So it was interesting for sure. We didn't have power for a while. We got power back, and then the next day it went out. So the reason we are in the office today and not at the studio um, is because the studio still doesn't have power. So I have a photo shoot scheduled there tomorrow for Freedom Fatigues to try to do some new product photos for their website, and we're not sure exactly what we're doing yet because there's still no power at the studio. They're like right on the edge of pretty much where the tornado hit. So, um, yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Nobody was hurt. I don't even think there was any injuries, which is insane to me. I saw a video from somebody inside Walmart that like the tornado was right on top of them, and I saw a video today actually, and it was the stuff just flying through the parking lot. It ripped a car door almost off the hinges. Like it was nuts. It turned over trailers, enclosed trailers that were at the Home Depot parking lot. It actually turned the trailers upside down. So it was pretty crazy. Um, and the craziest part is there's a lot of trailer parks over in that area. I actually have a friend whose father lives in one of those parks, and had some damage to his house, but there was nothing major. So it was nuts. I've never seen anything like that before. Brian said my mom's place had lots of tree damage. The ditch on Tegardine was flooded up the side of their house. I believe that. So yeah, my house it got the garage got flooded out a little bit. Um, there was flooding everywhere. Like on my way home, I drove home right after it. Like the tornado pretty much passed over where I was. I jumped in my truck and left, and it was flooding everywhere. There was cars all over the place. There was trees all over the place. It was insane. Shane said he's been in two tornadoes and one Category 4 hurricane. Damn. Remind me not to hang out with you, Shane. That's crazy, man. That was the first time I've ever experienced anything like that. We had a really bad storm here that actually got us a new roof on our house a couple years ago, 5, 6 years ago, and might have even been 7 years ago now, actually. And that was the worst storm I've ever seen in my life. That dropped like 4 inches of hail. Like the whole yard, everything was like 80 degrees down to like 30 degrees all of a sudden. Crazy, crazy hail, wind. It looked like the trees after they first see Predator in the movie Predator, and Max starts shooting after he picks up what's his God, I'm drawing a blank. Jesse Ventura's character picks up Jesse Ventura's gun and just goes nuts. That's what it looked like after that hail. It was insane, and I thought that was bad, but this tornado was way worse. Stephanie said I heard Tegardine was hit hard, so it was pretty much uh, Pontiac Lake Road. So Pontiac Lake Road was literally inaccessible. Like we went down there, and that night I went down there just to see. I was like, I gotta see this, and we were dodging trees. We were going around trees. Um, it was absolutely crazy. There was literally trees down everywhere. Some of them had blocked the road, but people like had cut the tops off so cars could get through. And then once you got down to the neighborhood that got hit, it was just there was there was nothing. There was nothing left. There was no trees left. The houses were all damaged. There's people everywhere. You couldn't even get all the way down Pontiac Lake Road. It was crazy. Brian said here in Washington is going to be another run of high heat. It's supposed to be upper 90s this week. It's 90. It was like 90 degrees today here. And then they're saying I was watching the weather just before the show here, and they were saying that it's supposed to possibly be some crazy storms and tornado possibilities again tonight out in this area. So I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It dumped about 8 inches of rain in about 45 minutes. That's how much water we got. It was insane. Uh, Stephanie said we're at Taco Bell next to Home Depot in White Lake at 7:45. Literally just missed that tornado. That's crazy because it literally went right over there. Taco Bell's still out of power. All those businesses over there are still out of power. Home Depot and Walmart are open somehow, but they have a lot of roof damage, so I don't know what they're exactly how they're doing that. Um, yeah, trees uprooted. There's a lot of trees uprooted everywhere. Jack, do you live in Cranberry Park? Because that's actually where my buddy's dad lives as well. That's crazy. But yeah, he had a tree down on top of his home, and actually it fell right over his shed and somehow did no damage to his shed. Once the tree guys got there, took everything apart, got the tree off there, the shed was fine. It's crazy. Wow, that's crazy, Brian. Anne Marie said Holly was flooded. 75 north ramps were closed due to the flooding. Yeah, everything was flooded out. I mean, it was literally, I'm not even kidding. It was about 8 to 9 inches of rain in about 30 to 45 minutes. It was intense, that's for sure. Stephanie said work hasn't had power since Saturday. Commerce and Walled Lake got hit hard too. Lots of down trees. Yep, I was in Commerce when I was shooting that wedding actually. So my truck was parked on the street and almost got smoked by a tree. It fell literally right next to my truck. It was crazy. Definitely was nuts. So yes, so that is what has been going on in Michigan. That is why we're in the office today, not in the Freedom Pew studio over at Freedom Fatigues. Chris was not able to join me today. Last minute, his daughter was not feeling well, and he had to take care of that stuff. So no big deal. But Chris gave us some stuff to give away. So we're definitely doing some giveaways. Like I said, make sure you share if you're new. If you just joined on here, make sure you guys share this video so that we can uh, get more people over here. Jack said no, a friend drove through a day after. Um, yeah. Yeah, right, Brian. We're soaked over here, and you're not getting any rain in Washington. That's crazy. Stephanie, I hope we don't. I'm done with it. I'm finally got power back. We finally got everything normal. Like I'm done with it. Eric said the snow's coming soon. Maybe tonight. Who knows? It's Michigan. You never know. So, all right, let's talk. Actually, you know what? Let's give something away. You guys want to win something? Let's give something away. Who wants to win something? Light up the screen with likes and loves and hearts and all that good stuff. If you want to win. Mother Nature at her finest. Well, hi, Moe from the other room. Alright, let's give something away. Let's do, we're going to do two quick giveaways right off the bat here. How do you like that? So we're going to do the sticker pack first. You got Pew Pew Nation sticker Freedom Fatigue sticker, and my favorite and the fan favorites here, the Magpul sticker pack. So the Magpul sticker packs they're fantastic. I don't know how Magpul comes up with some of the ideas that they come up with, but they're amazing. So if you are new to Pew Pew Nation, the way we do this is we guess numbers. So you're going to guess number 1 through 100. The first person that I see that guessed the number is going to win the sticker pack or whatever the giveaway is at that time. I don't ever tell you the numbers because Facebook sucks, and you might have guessed that number 35 times, but I just happen to not see it because Facebook doesn't show me everybody's comments. So to try to bypass that, try to beat Facebook's algorithm, if you're guessing a number, throw a period, an exclamation point, a letter, whatever, before or after that number, and that kind of beats Facebook's algorithms, and they'll show more comments from you because they don't think you're spamming me. So make sure you guys do that. So if you're guessing number 7, guess like 7 exclamation point or 7A or something like that. By the way, the number's not 7. So when you see start, you are going to start guessing 1 through 100 for the sticker pack until I say stop or type stop. So go ahead and start guessing 1 through 100. Keep guessing, guys. 1 through 100. You can guess as many times as you want until I say stop. I know we had 21. I think I saw 22, Eric. But yes, we need more people, and we'll do the Sonic Boom giveaway. So keep sharing. Make sure you share this video. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Oh, I thought I just saw it. Hold on, I'm going back to see. Nope, I did not see it. Keep guessing, guys. 1 through 100 for the sticker pack, and then we have one more. I'm going to do one more quick giveaway, and it's a fantastic giveaway. So, right after somebody wins this one. Keep guessing 1 through 100. And again, you guys are guessing for the sticker pack, Pew Pew Nation, Freedom Fatigues, and Magpul stickers. Sent right to you from us. Keep guessing, guys. Keep guessing. Oh, stop guessing. We have a winner. Stop. Yep, I put stop on there. Alright, stop guessing. Stop guessing, stop guessing, stop guessing. Let it catch up here. I don't know why I'm unfocused right now. Hold on. this mic is going nuts. It shouldn't. It's not. It's crazy. Um, so the winner is Jennifer Harding. So congratulations, Jennifer. You got yourself Freedom Fatigues, Pew Pew Nation, and Magpul stickers. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the mic here. I don't understand. Alright, either way, congratulations, Jennifer Harding. You got yourself those stickers. Um, about time she never wins. Well, she won, so congratulations. So we're going to go right in, before we go into the fight or flight talk, we're going to go right into one more giveaway. And I want to do this one early because I was not able to do this last week, and I want to make sure that that we get this one done. So let me figure out if I have it on here. Where's that? Come on, I know I got it. It's not coming up. Well, I don't know. For some reason, that's not coming up. Hold on 1 second. I know I can get this to work. I know I can get it to work. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to do one more real quick, and this is from our friends at MichiganBarbecueSupply.com. And last week, like I said, I was not able to give this one away, so I want to make sure that we get this out there. It is a $25 gift card from MichiganBarbecueSupply.com. If you're not familiar with Michigan Barbecue Supply, as you guys all know, or if you don't know, I am big into barbecue. So I've done some competitions with a friend, and I actually was signed up for my first ever competition in early part of September. So Michigan Barbecue Supply is a huge, huge supplier for me of barbecue supplies for competition. So they're donating a $25 gift card. So as you can see on the screen here, this is Michigan Barbecue Supply's website. They have all kinds of different spices, seasonings, sauces. They even have apparel on there. What else they got? They got smokers they sell actually now. They have they have the whole online store, but they also have a store in, I'm drawing a blank here. Let me see if I can find the address. Ortonville. On M15 in Ortonville, they have a brick and mortar store that they just opened up. So right there at the bottom of the screen, you can see the address. So make sure that you guys go check out MichiganBarbecueSupply.com. And that is actually Barbecue Bob right there. That barbecue sauce is actually the brother of the owner of Michigan Barbecue Supply. So Heath Ryle's sauce that's showing right there, that's actually one that I use in competition. A fantastic place. The place is amazing. So make sure you guys go check them out after the show here, MichiganBarbecueSupply.com. But right now, somebody's going to have the opportunity to win a $25 gift certificate to Michigan Barbecue Supply, MIBarbecueSupply.com, or in store. So if you're in Michigan, you want to go visit the store, you can get a physical gift card, or online you'll get the digital gift card. Brian, I do make my own sauces using other people's sauces. So I use a lot of Heath Ryle stuff. Lots of Blues Hog is a big sauce that I use. As they're all bases for sauces that I make. But no, I'm not like smashing tomatoes to make my sauce or anything like that. Not necessary at all. Welcome, Tammy Kubat. Tammy, what's going on? So when you guys see start, you have a chance to win the Michigan Barbecue Supply $25 gift card. Start guessing 1 through 100 when you see the word start. Brian said that's not making your own, that's a shortcut. Well, that shortcut has landed me 2 championship rib comps and grand champion in a 4 meet. So I'll take it any day. Keep guessing, guys. 1 through 100 um, for the Michigan Barbecue Supply gift card. Oh, that was a quick one. Stop guessing. Stop guessing. We got a winner. Matt wants the number short, and that's hilarious. All right, we got a winner. Stop guessing. I don't know if we should even give this to him. I don't know if we should give it to him because he was just giving me so much crap about not making my own sauces. I guess he doesn't need Michigan Barbecue Supplies products. So congratulations, Brian. You got yourself the $25 gift card, a gift certificate, and you can just use it online. I'll make sure that it's a digital one because I know you're in Washington. So I'll make sure that you can use it. But congratulations on that $25 gift certificate, and make sure you guys go check out mibarbecuesupply.com or check out their store in Ortonville, and get some awesome barbecue supplies, as well as smokers. They got smokers in there, they got sauce, they got everything you can ever think of that has to do with barbecue. It's fantastic, and you don't have to be a competition cook to go in there. Mark is actually used to do competition barbecue. Mark is an amazing dude, and he will answer any questions that you have about barbecue. He'll walk you through how to use smokers, how to make stuff. He'll give you recipes. That dude is awesome. He's fantastic. So make sure you go check it out. Eric said, "Send me some food." Brian figures I win food related stuff. That's all right. The $25 gift certificate to Michigan Barbecue Supply. Honestly, I almost just thought about saying that I had a different name and have him send it to me because I got that comp coming up. I'm about to spend a bunch of money there, so I need a lot of stuff. All right, so we gave some stuff away. We still have a chance if you guys share this with all your friends. Anybody new on here, make sure you share this video. Let everybody know to come over here. And if we get to, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. If we get to 27 people, I don't know why, just like that number, 27 people, we're gonna give away the Sonic Boom Rimfire Exploding Targets, 10-pack of targets here. If we don't, this will probably be on the table next week and see if we can hit that. So, the only reason I'm doing that with the numbers is because we are shadow banned from Facebook right now. So I'm tired of dealing with the Facebook crap. So I'm trying to beat Facebook's algorithms and get more people over here because I guarantee half the people that usually would want to watch this show, we're not even alerted that we were live because Facebook hates firearms. So they try to suppress our First Amendment rights. So I'm trying to fight back by exercising my First Amendment right. Brian does have some awesome ideas planned for a giveaway, and those will be coming up very, very soon. Brian, I can't wait to get those going. So, but let's talk about fight or flight. So, fight or flight is a physical response to a confrontation. And this was brought up yesterday by a friend of mine that actually had a situation at his house. Actually, was with a neighbor across the street, and he kind of got involved, and he called me and was like, "What should I do? Should I do this?" And I was like, "Dude, get your ass back in your house. It doesn't pertain to you. Um, let it happen until bullets start flying towards your house. There's no reason to get involved in the confrontation and put yourself at risk." So that brought me to the realization that I don't think we've ever really talked about fight or flight, flight or fight response. Um, and it started me on like a rabbit hole of like really understanding what that response is and why it is created in your body, because it's not just a physical response, it's actually a physiological response, that's caused by your body, and it's actually a real thing. I mean, your body actually um, reacts to the situation, dumps a bunch of adrenaline into you, and kind of makes you not think properly, think straight all the time. So we're gonna go through it. Um, I've experienced it a few times. I've had to pull a gun 3 times in my life on people, and it's always that instant fight or flight response. Do I run? Do I pull my gun? Do I fight this guy? What do I have to do? Um, Most people don't understand what's happening or why it's happening. Uh, so I came up with this whole thing. What exactly is fight or flight response? Flight or fight, whichever way you want to say it. It's defined in different ways. It's a layman term, really. It's an uncontrolled response to fear or pain when the body goes into self-protection mode automatically. Uh, it actually is called hyperarousal or acute stress response. I did some research on it. It's a physiological reaction that occurs in response to a threat to your survival. The fear that activates this response can be perceived or real. So you could maybe think that your life is in danger, or it could actually be a real threat where somebody's got a gun on you, or something like that. A car's crushing your kid, whatever. This is all in that fight or flight response area. Um, there's other responses as well. There's other physiological responses that can be connected right directly to flight or fight. Um, you can either freeze up, you can submit, you get that fight response, you get that flight response. There's a few other reactions there. Um, your main two are fight or flight. Freezing and submittal, you are now a victim no matter what is going on. You gave up on the fight. So hopefully you can train your body to not ever go into that response, because you really don't have a lot of control once your body goes into that response. Um, so you want to definitely have that fight or flight instinct going on. Um, it's a triggered response to our primitive survival instincts, where the brain activates the sympathetic nervous system that changes how our body works. It changes how the body feels, how you deal with things. Your adrenaline starts pumping, so you get that adrenaline rush, and you get that feeling that you're bigger than life, you're stronger. It's kind of a euphoric feeling where you're high, pretty much. Um, Adrenaline actually prepares the body to challenge or flee from the perceived or real threat. The fight or flight response is our body's primitive, automatic, inborn response that prepares the body to fight or flee from a perceived attack, harm, or threat to our survival. This is why, in a life or death situation, the response is so severe that it shocks and appears abnormal to us and others who witness it. The sudden urge of stress, hormones, adrenaline, and other body actions all enable superhuman-like strength and reflexes that's sometimes called, it's literally referred to as a miracle. You see these stories of like a woman lifting a car off of her child that's pinned, or somebody jumping over like a big fence or something. Things like that. You hear those stories of. That is your body's ability in these situations. So it's a physiological reaction that creates a physical, almost like superhero-like um, instinct, I guess you could say. Um, most people that when they do something like hero-ish like that during a fight or flight situation, when they're asked what it was or what happened, they don't even know. They have no idea what happened. They don't. They don't know what they were thinking. They don't know how they got to the place that they got. It's a crazy, crazy thing. Um, all your senses enhance and sharpen. You become more vigilant, alert, stronger. You actually see better. Your pupils dilate, and you actually see better. You hear different things. Reactions and responses become immediate. Like you have super super fast reaction time. Uh, you can jump jump higher, run faster. Your fighting technique becomes better. Like even if you don't know how to fight, uh, immediately you all of a sudden know how to throw a punch, and you're stronger. The adrenaline does all that to your body. Um, the You actually start thinking less and reacting more. So you don't think about what you're doing, which is why it can be a dangerous situation if you don't train for that stress. Um, your body starts to resort to muscle memory. So if you train a lot and you understand how adrenaline is going to affect your body is going to resort back to the training. So it's going to pull that muscle memory in and use it instead of your brain actually working and telling you don't do this or do this. So that's why it's important. That's why I stress it to everybody: train, train, train. You have to train. Um, you actually lose uh, grow or fine motor skills. So like your fingertips. So if you ever hear me talk to people, like a slide stop is always a slide stop, and I always say that, and I beat it into people's heads. If you've taken my CPL class, you know that I beat it into your head. A slide stop is a slide stop because a slide stop is designed to stop the slide. When you release a slide, you grab it with your whole hand, gross motor skill, and pull it back and let it go. So if you train for that gross motor skill in a stressful situation, you're going to immediately go to that gross motor skill. Your body's just gonna, it's muscle memory. Your body's gonna remember exactly what it did, and I have to reload. Boom! I pop a mag in. I rack the slide. I'm done. If I've trained for using the slide stop as a slide release and sitting there playing with my thumb trying to release the slide, your body is going to immediately try to go to that, and your loss of fine motor skills is going to prevent your thumb from dropping that slide. Not to mention, adrenaline does crazy things to the body. People get shaky, people throw up, people cry. Adrenaline's crazy. So it's all about training. You have to train. Dan just said it: train, train, and train some more. And that is what it is. There's no excuse to not train. Anything, if you're carrying a gun or putting yourself in that situation, you have to train. It doesn't matter how good you are at the range shooting your gun. If you don't actually go out and train and work hard at learning the muscle memory of all the actions of your gun, of drawing from your holster, all that stuff, it's not going to do you any good in a defensive situation. So you have to train, because you do lose those fine motor skills and you lose the ability to really think clearly. So it all goes back to a more of a primitive thought process in your head. So think of like you turn into a Neanderthal pretty much. Like I hit something with rock. You know how to do that because they've hit something with the rock a whole lot. It's the same with us as modern day humans, where if you train with your pistol and you understand malfunctions and you understand how to use the slide as a to release as pulling it back and releasing your slide, and not using it as a slide, the slide stop as a slide release, things like that, that is all going to come into play later on down the road. So it's important to train. It's important to understand that because it could literally save your life one day. So um, the other thing to remember with the fight or flight response, is you end up having time dilation. So I call it time dilation. Um, some people just call it like slow motion, things like that. But time dilation is just that. It's a process. It's a mental processing speeds up, resulting in like a slow motion effect or a time distorting effect. Um, Slowing a time, seeing things in slow motion, and or time slows and almost stands still. Traumatic event seems to take forever, even if in reality happened in seconds. So this can be very, very important because it's super important that after a defensive situation, you do not talk to the police. You feared for your life, and that's it. You want your lawyer, because the problem is when you start saying that you fired, oh, I fired my whole magazine. I had 17 rounds. I fired all of them. And it took like we were in this gunfight for 5 minutes. Blah blah blah. Like, yes, the police probably know that you had this adrenaline rush. You're not thinking clearly, but in reality, their job is to write all that down. So that is now going to be used against you in court, saying that you don't know what you're talking about, you lied to the police, things like that. Uh, because everything's slowed down and you literally don't know, you forget, you have memory loss. Like, you legitimately have memory loss in these situations where a lot of people don't remember even what happened till 3-4 days later. So, um, Brian said taking a RSO and instructor class in the next weeks, and the gun club I just joined. Yes, NRA certified class. Sweet. You'll have fun at that. The RSO classes are pretty fun. Um, Other things that happen with these responses, with the physiological responses, or your pain tolerance goes up. So you see the videos of officer beating the hell out of a guy on the ground with a baton or whatever, or tasing the hell out of somebody, and they're still fighting back. Like, that is why they have the same adrenaline rush that we have, or that the officer has going on. They don't feel the pain, or they're on drugs. You never know. It does the same thing. It's kind of the same effect. Um, we talked about gross motor skills, but skills like running, jumping, fighting are at peak performance. So where you might be used to your normal strength of like whatever it is, picking up a rock or something. With the adrenaline rush in this fight or flight response, your body is superhuman. Like, you are able to do so much more quickly. Um, that's the whole thing with picking up cars and things like that. Um, there's just a lot that goes into it. Um, so I looked it up, and that's why it's important to train with gross motor skills, because your fine motor skills will not perform properly. Above 115 beats per minute, fine motor skills deteriorate, and at about 155 beats per minute, complex motor skills start to deteriorate. So, in a stressful situation, if your heart rate gets up to about 155 beats per minute, like, even complex motor skills are going to start to deteriorate. So I looked it up and I was like, okay, well, what is a normal, like, beats per minute in a life-threatening situation? So in a fight or flight situation, your beats per minute will be well above 200 beats per minute. So you're going to expect loss of fine motor skills and complex motor skills, which is why the only thing that's going to work for you is those actual gross motor skills, like whole hand on the item, whole fist in somebody's face. Like, that kind of stuff is what's going to work for you, not a thumb trying to hit a slide stop and use it as a slide release, things like that. Just like the time slows down, your hearing actually changes. Loud sounds become muffled. You actually you can experience loss of hearing completely. Hearing loss in the firearms world is known as auditory exclusion, and that pretty much is blood is taken away from everything except large muscles that are used to fight. So your ears lose the blood flow. It's all going to your arms, your legs, things like that. and that's why you actually lose hearing. So you get that auditory exclusion. Auditory exclusion it can be dangerous, and people don't think about it, but it's again why you train. is You need to train to understand how to get rid of that auditory exclusion. So what I do in classes is I run drills that we call scanning. So scanning is you come up on target, bang bang, I take a couple shots, finger comes off the trigger, and I step back a little bit and I scan the area, assess for other threats. So at the range, it seems weird. Like you're scanning, you're looking downrange, okay, both ways, cool, and then I go back on target. Well, it's doing a couple things. It's removing your eyes from the target so that you have to understand how to get back on target when you come back into the shooting drill. Um, but that's also uh, breaking your auditory exclusion a little bit, or at least helping your auditory exclusion, because now I can see. Um, so if with auditory exclusion comes tunnel vision a lot of times. If I have that tunnel vision, I have that auditory exclusion. By turning my head, I'm breaking it. I'm creating a muscle memory, a gross motor skill by turning my head and getting used to that training, which is going to allow me to break tunnel vision, break auditory exclusion. So in the case of a defensive situation, let's say I have somebody I just shot somebody, holding them. They're no longer a threat. I'm holding them at gunpoint, kind of waiting for the police to get there or waiting for the next step. And I am focused only on that guy. My hearing is muffled because I have auditory exclusion going on because of the adrenaline rush. And all of a sudden, that dude has a good friend that's coming up next to me. I don't hear him. I don't see him. He blindsides me. Takes me out. The other issue is think about law enforcement. So police show up. Uh, I'm the bad guy with the gun right now because they don't know what's happening. I'm holding somebody at gunpoint. The other guy's shot. I hopefully am not. And um, standing there over this guy with a gun. Well, that doesn't look good when the police arrive. So if I have tunnel vision, I have auditory exclusion. It makes it very dangerous, extremely dangerous situation if all of a sudden the um, the police show up. Let's say I break that auditory exclusion. All of a sudden, I hear something and I turn with my gun. I just pointed a loaded gun at an officer after I just shot somebody. It is 100% justified shooting in a law enforcement's eyes. It's going to be on camera. I pointed a gun at an officer. I was the threat. So it's important, again, training. Training breaks that auditory exclusion and tunnel vision and stuff like that. Um, your brain actually will send signals to dump endorphins into the body. This makes you feel better. It's a natural high, so it's like being high. It's also the painkiller that the body uses. Um, this helps. It'll help you stay in the fight and not feel the pain of getting hit, getting shot, things like that. Um, Judgment ends up becoming suppressed and more primitive response takes over. Like I said, like the Neanderthal, like hit somebody with rock. I'm going to hit with the rock. That primitive response of protecting your family, protecting yourself, things like that come into effect. And then we talked about it a little bit, the memory loss. So the memory loss is a big thing because that can be super dangerous as well when you're talking to the police. They can use that against you. The defense or the prosecuting attorneys will definitely use that against you and say that you are not credible, pretty much, because you lied, even though it was just a temporary loss of memory. And you might remember it later on down the road. But that's why it's important that we do not talk to the police. It's in a defensive situation. It is I did what I had to do. I want my lawyer. I feared for my life. That's all you say. Those are the only words that ever come out of your mouth. Um, the other thing to remember is after these responses in your body, um, there might you might experience side effects. So it's a real thing. You're coming off of a high, so your body is going to experience all kinds of crazy stuff with that adrenaline rush and the dump of adrenaline and endorphins, dizziness, trembling, nausea, sweating, chills, hyperventilation, thirst, upset stomach, and the inability to relax could happen for days afterwards. It's all connected to PTSD. So this situation happens. It's not just in a military situation that people can get PTSD. It's in everyday life. Something bad happens to you, something traumatic, and you can have a form of PTSD. So, um, and then after all of that stuff, it's the biggest thing. Like I had this conversation yesterday with my buddy, was your actions are something that you're going to have to live with forever. So you have to remember that what you do and how you do it is going to affect the rest of your life. So that situation, like my friend was in, it didn't actually pertain to him directly. It pertained to his neighbor, and um, his first response was like, "I'm gonna go kick these guys' asses. I'm gonna help my neighbor," and that's a good response. That's fine. That's a great neighborly response. Obviously, the problem with that response is you could lose everything, including your life, because you decided to intervene in a situation that didn't actually directly pertain to you. So it's important to understand exactly what's going on, um, exactly how that's going on, and the consequences if you do decide to intervene and to get involved in those situations. Because it could have ended really, really badly for him. I've been in situations that it could have ended really badly. If you're in a shooting situation, like let's say in that situation, those guys started shooting at his neighbor. He starts shooting at them from across the street. Now all of a sudden he's made his house a target. Those guys return fire at him, and it hits his wife. He has to live with the fact that he was not the target of that shooting. But now, because he decided to involve himself, he now has to live with the fact that his wife got killed. Um, so you have to remember it is a situation that could literally live with you forever. Um, and I know, like, when I was younger, I was trying to get in every fight I could get into. That's what I did. I liked fighting. I liked getting into situations that I had to fight my way out of. I don't know why. It was not the best idea. But anymore, man, I just want to get out of the situation. If it doesn't pertain to me, and I've gotten in this conversation with my wife many times where we've come across like something going on the side of the road or something, and she's like, "We should stop. We should try to help. We should do that." I'm like, "Doesn't pertain to me. I'm not getting involved. I want nothing to do with getting involved in a situation that could affect the rest of my life because I got involved with that situation." And the problem with the way I am is I'm the guy that runs towards danger. So I'm going to run towards that danger, and I'm going to try to fight to protect the people that are running away from that danger. And when that happens, I'm held responsible for my actions and where my bullets fly and who they hit. So um, I don't want to be in those situations, and that's what you have to remember: is if you get out of the situation, there is no problem. Like Eric said, run like Forrest Gump, run away, get the hell out of the situation. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to be involved in it. If I read about it on the news later, cool, or hear about it, whatever. Um, I don't need to be a hero. Nobody else needs to be a hero. It's not our job. It's not our responsibility. Now, obviously, there are situations where you have to get involved, and it is what it is. Um, Brian said, unless it's an attempted abduction, I don't get involved, but I do watch everything. Yes. Um, so it is very important too, Brian. You brought up a good point there. that you do watch everything. You have to pay attention to your surroundings. You have to know what's going on around you. And in those kind of situations, you just need to be able to get out of the situation and understand how to protect yourself and your family. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what matters. It's all about protecting you and your family. Now, it sounds terrible when you say, "Well, I saw this dude fighting this other dude, and I might have been able to intervene and stop it, but I just walked away, and then maybe you found out later on that that guy ended up getting killed or something." It sucks. It's a horrible feeling because you're like, God, I could maybe have saved that guy. I could have helped, or you could be that guy dead because you decided to intervene and got your ass kicked or got shot or whatever. Um, it's a tough call to make, but it has to be the right call for you and your family. That's what's important. Last maybe it was 2 years ago, something like that. 2 3 years ago, maybe even. There was actually another tornado situation in Michigan, and me and my wife and Colton were at a department store in the area. We were shopping, and tornado sirens went off. Well, we're in this store with a bunch of other people that I don't know, and the tornado sirens start going off. Colton's obviously scared. He's nervous. He doesn't know what's going on. Um, the store announces that they want everybody to go to the back of the store and get in this little small office in the back of the store. Well, I'm paying attention to everything going on around me. So I look outside, I'm like, all right, I assess the situation. It is too dangerous looking outside for me to leave the store right now. So I'm going to stay in the store. But I looked at Bowie and I said, we are not going in that office. There was people panicking, freaking out, crying. I mean, people are losing their minds in that store. And I'm like, I am not getting stuck in an office with a bunch of panicked people that are losing their minds. So I said, we're going to look for plan B. So next to that office was a family bathroom. I was like, that bathroom has a lock on the door. So our family went in the bathroom, locked the door. Everybody else went in that office, crammed in that office in a panicked situation. I'm not putting myself in that situation. I'm doing what is absolute best for me and my family. Now, if a tornado hit that store and leveled the store and we made it, and I opened the door and the store's gone, and I can hear people screaming in the office, sure, I'm going to try to help people in the office because in that situation, I don't feel that my life is in danger anymore, and my family is safe. So I'm going to try to help the people in the office. But I'm not getting involved in a situation where it could possibly put me in a bad situation, put my life in danger. Moe said, don't try to be a hero if you don't know what the outcome will be, which none of us know what the outcome is going to be in any situation. You just don't know anymore. You don't know what people are capable of. You don't know what people are thinking. You just don't know. So it's just better to stay out of the situations. If you can use that flight response and run and get out safely, all the better. Use that flight response. Get the hell out of the situation. If you don't have an out and you need to fight, then you fight until the fight is over. You are winning that fight no matter what. That has to be your mentality. You are going to win. That's it. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'm not a huge guy. I'm 6 foot, 200 pounds. Shaquille O'Neal is probably going to kick my ass. I am going to fight like my life depends on it no matter what and try everything I can to beat the living shit out of Shaquille O'Neal if that's the guy that's attacking me. That's all there is to it. Brian said I almost went to jail in North Dakota because I got involved in a situation I should have avoided. And it happens. I've been in those situations where I got more trouble than the person that actually was the bad guy in the situation just because I got involved. And it's just not worth it. You don't need to escalate the situation. I don't know the exact story yesterday. I wasn't there. But it sounds like even his neighbor could have just literally went to his backyard and out of sight from the people in the front and de-escalated the situation. The people probably would have went away because they didn't see him outside anymore. So it just get out of the situation if you can. There's literally just no point in escalating a situation more than it needs to be escalated, and there's no point in getting involved if you don't need to get involved. So, does anybody have any questions about fight or flight or any of that stuff or stories that you guys can share? I love hearing people's stories as things that happened to them, to you guys, in those kind of situations. And it could be anything. Like I said, that tornado situation at the store that we were at, that we were shopping at. Um, everybody, the herd just followed the leader. The store announced that everybody needs to go back in the office, go to the back of the store, and the panicked herd just fell right in line, flipping out. They're all losing their minds. People are like trampling kids and stuff. Like, it was insane. And I said, no way, this ain't happening. I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting stuck in an office with panicked people. That's not happening. Brian said, luckily the barmaid saved my skin. The sheriff knew I was the out of towner and who I was staying with. Tiny town, but it was sobering. Yeah, stuff like that can be crazy, that's for sure. And there's situations. I used to bounce at a local bar, and there were situations that somebody there was. Our rule was it's outside. We don't get involved. Bouncers don't go outside. And there was one situation that we were involved in that we were all standing at the door and we were looked at each other and we're like, this guy's gonna die in the parking lot. Like, they're literally beating the living hell out of this guy. So we went out and intervened. And normally we don't ever do that. And it was crazy. It was a crazy fight. It put us all at risk. And really, we shouldn't have done it. But honestly, we probably saved the guy's life by doing it. So. Alright. Does anybody have any situations that something like that happened, or stories, anything like that, or questions? Comment them below here. And if you don't, and you want to win something, light up the screen with likes and hearts. Let's see what we want to do here. Alright, looks like giveaways. Alright, cool. So let's give something away then. What do we want to give away? Oh. I don't know. I was an asshole bowling back in my younger years. I hated myself for doing this to people, but times have changed. I think I'm a better dude now. I agree, Eric. I think you're a better dude too. I was the same way. We all were. I feel like if you were somebody that could stand up for yourself, you probably at one point or another you bullied somebody, or or you did something stupid. You got involved in fights that you shouldn't have had to get involved in. I used to do it all the time in high school. I was known as the kid that would fight anybody. I didn't care, and I used to literally fight other people's fights. So, like, people would literally come to me and like, hey, can you help me? And it was stupid. Like, there's no reason to get involved in that kind of stuff. It's just not necessary. Oh, get a room, Stephanie. Brian said the situation was I stepped in when some guy was getting physical with a lady at the bar. Hold on, I just lost it. Her husband didn't do anything, and I stepped in and smoked the guy. We took it outside, and I almost killed the guy. There used to be, Joel said there used to be a bar called Bugsy's in Flint, and watched a guy get shot, die in front of us. After that is when I started to get my CPL. Stephanie said okay to the room, I'm assuming. But yeah, so there's a lot of situations like that where it's not worth getting involved, and and that guy was at a bar. He went to the bar to have a good time. Ended up getting in a situation, obviously, Joel, and he lost his life because of it. Was it really worth it? Was it worth the the risk? Was it worth going out there and getting killed because of it? Get out of the situation if you get out of the situation. And remember to train. We talked about it. Train yourselves. Get trained. There's no excuses. I wrote an article today, actually, and that's how I ended the article. There's no excuses to not training. I hear it all the time. Everybody makes up a million excuses. Oh, ammo's expensive. You can't get ammo. I don't have time to go to the range. This and that. But you're on, even right now, you're on Facebook watching Pew Pew Nation live. So, and I love you guys for watching me, but there's no excuses for not going to train. There's dry fire systems, there's laser systems, there's cert guns with lasers, there's just dry fire work in general, holster work. You can always train. There's always time to be able to train at least a little bit. 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day pulling your gun from the holster and pointing it at yourself in the mirror. Make sure you're empty, pull it from your holster, and point it at yourself. That's training. That's all it takes. Get an airsoft gun. We've showed airsoft on here before. I literally shot them in this office. Get an airsoft gun and practice. You're going to learn your iron sight's a lot better, all that stuff. So make sure you guys train. You have to train. I train with the wife in different situations, even having her pull my backup pistol as I shield her. You just need to train. Exactly. And in that situation, it's going to become second nature if that ever happens, and you have to do that. Stephanie said we got a lot of range time, but I need to work more on pulling from the holster and playing with our eye target. There you go. So the cool thing is with the eye target, you can actually do holster work really easily. If you're not familiar with the eye target Pro, check them out. They're really easy system. It's like $100. You get a laser target and a little laser cartridge that goes inside your gun, and it can be any caliber, whatever caliber you carry. It's your actual gun you're using. You rack the slide, reset that firing pin, and it'll emit a little laser. You put your phone on this little holder thing that takes a picture of the target behind it, and then when you shoot the target, your phone catches the laser and it tells you where you hit. So holster work is super easy with something like that. It's really cool, actually. You set that up, sit on your freaking couch watching the Olympics, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. And set that thing up and just draw from your holster, pop, take a shot. Re-rack your slide, put it back in your holster, draw, pop, take a shot. Just like that, just super, super fast. Work on your speed, work on that holster draw, and you're going to be able to see if your shots are on target, which is a nice thing because that's really what the most important thing is first shot placement. So it has to be out of the holster quickly and on target quickly. So work on different things. One hand draw, bang, shoot from your hip pretty much. You just pulled out of your holster, take a shot, rack that slide again, put it back in. And that's all done with a laser cartridge in your living room. I mean, it's so freaking easy. There's no excuses. Zach said I use mine all the time. Brian, check it out for sure. It's itargetpro.com, I believe, is the website. There's a bunch of other companies that have them now, very similar. iTarget is just a very, very simple, primitive system. It uses a laser cartridge, your phone's camera, and a little target stand that they give you with it. It's super, super easy. It's awesome. Yeah, Eric said it's kick-ass. We have it. Joel said I think the one I was looking at for my gun was 300. Yeah, if that's the one that works for you, awesome. But you really don't need to spend that much money. Seriously, iTarget's like $100 or $119. Joel or Eric just said we paid $99 for it. So if you find it on sale or whatever, it's $99 for the iTarget Pro. It's super easy. The app is free to download. It's really freaking easy. Like, there's a lot of systems out there. I've used a lot of them, and you don't need anything fancy. You really don't. If you want to spend $300, go ahead and spend $300. You probably will get a lot more features, a lot cooler system. But really, when it boils down to it, it needs to put a laser beam on the target and tell you where you hit. So, as long as it does that, it works. Dan said, Andy, I know you hold CPL certain classes. Any situational courses or fundamentals? I do private training all the time, actually, as well. Um, I am trying to implement a lot more classes. They'll actually be held at Not Just Guns. You go check out their website. They have a lot of training classes already, notjustguns.com. But I'm actually going to start instructing there, I'm pretty sure, in the very near future. And I'm going to be doing some CPL stuff, but mostly like personal protection and awareness, which is a class that I created myself with the help of my old partner who unfortunately passed away, Tom Dodge. Um, and that class is originally it was geared towards women, but then I kind of modified it when Tom passed away, and I geared it towards families. So it's really a family oriented class. Like, you could bring your kids to it, and we're going to teach you awareness and situational awareness and how to stay out of situations, how to look for situations, how to keep your family safe, how your kids can stay safe, like in a shooting situation, a mass shooting type of thing, anything like that. We actually run you through that whole system. So that is a class that I really want to get off the ground. I've taught it a few times, but I've modified it since, and I think Not Just Guns is going to be the platform to do that class. So definitely watch pewpewnationusa.com. That is where I have all of my class lists. Right now, there's nothing on there. I'm creating a new class schedule for the rest of the year, pretty much. So that should be up very, very shortly. But make sure you guys check that out if you're in Michigan. Brian said, needs simple. I went to Lakeland High School. Stephanie said, I want to try all the positions we did on CPL class. One-handed, left-handed, at the hip to get more comfortable with any position I might have to shoot in. Exactly. And that's the eye target thing is perfect for that. I mean, live fire is excellent. You can't beat live fire, but definitely, Joel, check it out. Let me know. Yeah, Brian said set time daily to work on one. 10 minutes a day. That's all you need. 5-10 minutes a day. Literally, even if it's every morning, you put your gun on your hip and you draw your gun. You know, make sure your safety's on, it's unloaded, whatever, just so you're safe at least in your own house. You don't want any accidents, obviously, but throw that gun on your hip, get ready for the day, make sure that you can carry your gun in the clothing that you're wearing that day, that you can draw from that clothing. I have no issues. My shirt's not snagging on my gun, things like that. It doesn't take much. Just be diligent with it. That's all. It's all it is. All right. Who wants to win something? Then we're going to talk about my new toy. Let's see the likes, the hearts. Let's see it. If you want to win something, we're going to do. I'm going to let you guys pick. We're either going to do the shirt, the Patriot shirt, or a magazine. Which one do you guys want to win? I already know what the answer is going to be. Brian said, Andy, pick one. 75, 76, or 100. 76. Brian said shirt. What else? Who else wants to win something? You want to win a shirt? Shirt or magazine? Stephanie doesn't care. Oh, you got the new Nuke this shirt, huh? I don't even have that shirt, man. That's ridiculous. I'm pissed. I need that new shirt. Freedom Fatigues has a new shirt. Go check it out. FreedomFatigues.com. It's the Nuke this shirt. So it's the play on Joe Biden telling us that they'll use nukes and F-15s on us. All right, let's give it away. So you're gonna guess a number. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha, Brian. I see what you did there. I like it. Yes, we'll figure that out for sure for the giveaway. Brian is going to donate, and we're going to advertise the hell out of it. Personal delivery got off the press and delivered by Chris to our house. That's pretty. That is awesome. Chris doesn't even deliver shirts to me. I got to drive to the warehouse and get them. We're gonna have a talk here. This is ridiculous. All right, let's give away the shirt. So for the brand new, or not brand new, but the Patriot shirt, not the one I'm wearing, but a new one, new version. This one's stinky and nasty. But this is one of my favorite shirts from Freedom Fatigues. FreedomFatigues.com is all 100% American made, veteran owned, uh, right here in Michigan. Awesome, awesome company. I actually, because they're 100% American made, it's no joke. It's not like they say they're 100% American made and then they just they just print their shirts here. No, like the material this shirt is made out of is made here. Is from America. It's from the U.S. The yarn that was used, the stitching, the manufacturing process, all of that is American made. So it's 100% from America, um, which is fantastic. So that is why I joined forces with Freedom Fatigues and I created Pew Pew Nation Apparel. At pewpewnationusa.com, you can go check out all of my designs, which I have quite a few. I was on there the other day on my own website, and I was like, wow, I never thought I was going to have an apparel brand, like my own apparel line. And I legit have an apparel line. So it was kind of blew my mind the other day when I went on there and I was like scrolling through, and there's like columns and columns of my products that say they have my name on them, they have my company on them. It's crazy. So make sure you guys go grab them. And as always, if you have Pew Pew Nation apparel or Freedom Fatigue stuff, post your pictures of you wearing it on Facebook or Instagram, and make sure you tag Freedom Fatigues and Pew Pew Nation in those pictures. So when you see start, you're going to start guessing numbers 1 through 100 for the Patriot shirt from freedomfatigues.com. And Stephanie said they were out and they had the AR. Eric had the AR shirt on. And they started talking about how great Grunt Style was. Turned them on to Freedom Fatigues. That's fantastic. Yeah, Grunt Style isn't even veteran owned anymore. So they've kind of turned into a joke actually. But that AR shirt, if you guys haven't seen our new assault rifle shirt, you guys got to go check out the assault rifle shirt. It is a head turner. I have every time I've worn it, somebody has said something to me. Normally, it's always good. People love it. They want to know where I got it, and I tell them I made it, and they're all excited. Um, I've had one Karen with that. I told you guys about it last week. But the assault rifle shirt is honestly probably my favorite shirt that I have created so far. So, and again, it was in collaboration with FreedomFatigues.com. So you got to make sure you check it out, Pew Pew Nation USA or FreedomFatigues.com to get all the Pew Pew Nation apparel as well. Keep guessing, guys. 1 through 100. Keep guessing. Oh, stop guessing. We got a winner. Everybody stop guessing. That was pretty crazy. I just restarted my my Facebook and it came through right away. Because sometimes Facebook locks up on me. All right, we got a winner. So stop guessing, everybody. And it showed up on this one too. Look at that. Hell yeah. So stop guessing. Stop guessing. And a big congratulations to Marianne Vincent. You got yourself the Patriot shirt from FreedomFatigues.com, the same shirt I have on right here. This side, I'm all turned around Got the flag on the sleeve. All 100% American made. Again, one of my favorite shirts. So Mary Ann Vincent, congratulations on the winning the Patriot shirt. And actually, the name doesn't sound familiar. Um, Mary Ann, are you new to the show? Forgive me if you're not, but I we have a lot of people that come through here that I talk to. So yes, brand new. So Marianne, where are you from? I'm always making faces at me out there. She's like, she's outside the window. Oh, Stephanie, Stephanie's mom. Oh, sweet. Well, thanks for joining us, Marianne, and congratulations on winning the Patriot shirt. Um, Jack's wife. Okay, that makes sense. The Vincent name. I gotcha. I'm putting it together now. I'm not that fast. Sorry. Welcome and thank you for joining us and watching us. God, my eye is so itchy today. These allergies are killing me. But congratulations on winning the Patriot shirt, and we still have the hat to give away too. So we're gonna do that one in just a little bit here. So make sure you guys hold tight. But for now, whew, I'm so excited. We're gonna talk about the suppressor. I finally got a freaking suppressor. I applied for this bad boy in December. Stupid tax stamps take forever. Um, but I finally got it. So this is my first suppressor. I'm new to the world of suppressors. I literally don't know anything about suppressors. I'm not gonna lie. I know how they work. I know that they make things quiet and they're cool and they're fun, but I don't know a whole lot about suppressors. So I was super excited to finally get my first suppressor, and here it is. So this is the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46. So I don't know if it'll focus on it there. No, probably not. Nope, it won't. But this is the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46. So I went with the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46 for a couple of reasons. I shoot a lot of calibers. The Hybrid 46 can pretty much handle anything from 9mm to 450. So it's pretty awesome. It's $1,000 can. That's how much these things cost. This one is has the God. I can't think of Silencer Co. Hold on one second. Let me look it up because I seriously am drawing a blank right now. I don't know why. Silencer Co. ASR. The ASR mount. So the ASR mount is super cool. And Eric asked what this is going on. It's going on a lot of different guns, but mainly I'm going to be shooting 5.56 through this thing because I shoot a lot of 5.56, 300 blackout, and probably, or not probably, but definitely 6.5 Creedmoor because that's what I hunt with. So this is definitely going on my hunting rifle. But here we have my AR Tommy gun. It's clear. I'm going to show you how the ASR mount works real quick, which is really cool. So the reason I really like this ASR mount and why I went with the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46, obviously the multiple calibers. Anytime you can have more calibers through the same can, the better. So sure, you're going to lose a little bit of decibel rating because it's multiple calibers. So obviously it's a little bit bigger hole, so you don't have a true sized hole for, like, let's say 223 or 9mm or whatever. It's not a dedicated can, so it's not going to be as quiet as a dedicated can. But the fact that I can greatly lower my decibel rating without losing a whole lot of velocity and put this on anything is fantastic. So this ASR mount is really cool. So oddly enough, when I built this AR with Motor City Gunworks couple years ago. This was the tribute gun to Tom Dodge, my buddy that passed away. That's why it says Dodge this. And the Tommy gun on that side with the Motor City Gunworks logo. They built this gun for me, and they, oddly enough, just decided to put an ASR muzzle brake on it. Now, at the time, I had no idea why they put that thing on there. Well, why they put it on there was the owner of Motor City Gunworks is a big Silencer Co. fan. What the ASR mount does is it makes it so that I literally just put that on top, tighten it down, turn the collar to locked, and that is now part of my AR. So it's too long now to even see on camera, but yeah. So there you go. Now I have a silenced AR, a suppressed AR. If you ask the government, this makes it shoot faster. It makes it silent, so nobody can hear any shots coming out of this gun ever. If you ask them. But the coolest part is like I said, I just pulled that thing right off of my AR. I can go throw this. I have put an ASR muzzle brake on my 6.5 Creedmoor hunting rifle. I can go throw this can on my rifle right now. Good night, buddy. You going to bed?
Yeah, Mama's today.
Okay, I'll come in there in just a minute.
It's like 8:20.
Yeah, I'll come in there in just a sec, okay?
Okay,
Alright, come say bye.
good night. Bye.
Why are you a shirtless hillbilly on camera,
I
man?
don't know.
Everybody's signing nipples now.
Bye.
You're fine. Alright, good night, buddy. Love you. I'll come in there in a little bit. I'm almost done, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye, buddy. So that is why I went with the Silencer Co. Hybrid 46 with that ASR mount. The ASR mount is freaking awesome. I love it. You just spin that thing on there. It's got this little collar down here. You can kind of see it there. If you spin it, it locks. So that locks the threads in place. It's got these little locking lugs here that lock it in place. And it's super easy. So I can literally go shooting my AR. I can go from that to hunting in about 3 seconds flat. And again, I'll show you guys. It literally takes nothing but putting that thing on there, spinning it into place, a couple threads, boom, it's tight, lock my collar, and that thing is done. It's ready to go. I have a suppressed AR-15. Again, I have not shot it yet. We had a tornado come through. I haven't had time to go to the range. I am going to be shooting it this weekend, and I will be doing video, hopefully live, while we shoot it, and we'll do a test to test the how well it works. So we're going to shoot the AR without it, and then we'll shoot the AR with it, and we'll be able to do a test to see how well it works. Plus, I'm going to try to do some accuracy tests, things like that. Comes with its own little sleeve condom here to keep it all nice and safe. Everybody says good night, buddy.
Good night.
He yelled good night. But that is it. So that is my new toy, my new suppressor. Again, sorry, my allergies. My eye is going nuts right now. Just keeps watering. Brian said may need one for Lauren's new gig. New AR, I'm building her in Robin's Egg Blue. Sweet. That thing will be cool. Hold on, I missed some comments here. Brian said 9 more episodes, and that's going to be our giveaway. Brian is donating an awesome giveaway. We're just going to say it. It's a holster. We're going to have pictures of his holsters that he had made, the first ever Pew Pew Nation holsters. And on episode 76, Brian is donating one. So you're going to be able to win a holster. It's going to be sweet. We're going to figure out how to give away those holsters because they're a big deal. But make sure you watch for that. Zach said that he loves his. Joel said I was at Jay's and Claire and looking at them. They're nice. They are very nice. So there's a lot of different suppressor companies out there. And I was very torn because other companies make a hybrid suppressor. So hybrid meaning that it is able to accept multiple calibers, um, which is cool that all these companies make them. But it's kind of like boils down to like which one do you really want? Well, Silencer Co. Everybody knows the name. They're tried. They're true. They make great product. Um, Eric said it's the cat messing with the eye. It might be. He just walked in here too. I don't know where the little terrorist ass went. But yeah. So Silencer Co. makes a great product. They're tried. They're true. They work well. And that ASR mount. Like, how could you beat that ASR mount? That mounting system. And those muzzle devices aren't even that expensive. They're like $80 or something like that, $100 a piece. So you just buy a couple different ASR mounts on anything you're going to put it on, and throw it on there. It's fantastic. You can't beat it. It really is awesome. Come on. God, my eyes literally water. I'm like crying right now. I'm so sad. Ugh. All right. Let's give the hat away, and then I'm gonna go take some allergy meds. So, for the hat, let's see. What can we do for the hat? I want to do something different, something fun. Um, Brian said both his and hers. Oh, we're doing both holsters. Hell yeah! That's awesome. Tears of suppressed joy. That's exactly what it is. It was tears of suppressed joy. I just saw the cat. He's like a little bolt of lightning. I don't know where he went. Um, I usually don't have these distractions at the warehouse. So, all right, who wants to win the hat? Freedom Fatigues. Um, Freedom Fatigues is kind of cool. They make these hats that are called shooter hats. Not all their hats are shooter hats, but this one is a shooter hat. And the reason it is a shooter hat is if you notice, something's missing on top here. There's no button. So if you're ever at the range and you wear earphones over your hat, over your range hat, you know that the button smashes into the top of your skull and is very, very annoying. It ends up getting you a headache by the end of the day. It sucks. So um, they keep the buttons off of some of their hats to create a shooter hat. Again, these hats are all 100% American made. These are not like blanks that they buy from China and then print in America. These are legitimately 100% American made, assembled. The materials that are used for the hat are from America. Everything is American made on these hats, which is fantastic. So, um, that hat is my daily wear hat as of late. It's awesome. Yes, I love this hat. So this one and the thin blue line hat are my two favorite ones. I don't know why. They're pretty much the same hat. They just, one's a thin blue line hat, this one's not. Um, but I love them. I love these hats. We're just going to do a number. Let's do a number 1 through 100. Alright, I got the number. And this is for the hat that I'm wearing right now from freedomfatigues.com. Betsy Ross hat. Yeah, I like the Betsy Ross hat too. Actually, I got one right over there. I'm looking at it. I didn't say guess yet. I didn't say start, Jack. Calm down. Alright, start guessing 1 through 100, and this is for the hat from freedomfatigues.com. All American made. Veteran owned. Local company to me, Michigan. And also the host of Pew Pew Nation Apparel. So we like Freedom Fatigues a lot. So keep guessing 1 through 100. Keep guessing. Keep guessing, guys. 1 through 100. Keep guessing. Facebook. It's doing its stuff again. There it goes. Now it's working. You guys locked up for a second. I got it back. Keep guessing. 1 through 100. Keep guessing, guys. 1 through 100. This is for the freedomfatigues.com hat. Oh, stop guessing. We got a winner. We got a winner. Right, I thought I said stop, but it didn't go through. Stop guessing, everybody. We have a winner. Right, I thought I said it. Stop. Stupid Facebook. Alright, I don't know why. There it goes. Now it showed up as stop. Jeez, oh Pete, that was ridiculous. Alright. I'll let you guys get caught up here. Alright, the winner, who I don't think has won in a while, is Diane Bear Keith. Congratulations, Diane. You got yourself the shooter hat that I'm wearing right now from freedomfatigues.com. So make sure you guys go check it out. Congratulations to Diane. Oh, my eyes watering so bad. There we go. You guys are caught up now. There we go. Alright, all locked up for a second again. So congratulations, Diane, on the win on the flag, the OD Green flag shooter hat. And everybody else that won. So Brian, got yourself the Michigan Barbecue Supply, mibarbecuesupply.com. Gift card, $25 gift card. Diane, got yourself the hat. Marianne Vincent got the Patriot shirt, my shirt that I have on here. And Jennifer Harding, you won the sticker pack. So congratulations. No problem, Diane. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. Alright, so as always, make sure you guys go check out all of our sponsors, freedomfatigues.com, pewpewnationusa.com for all the American-made apparel. Also classes through pewpewnationusa.com if you're in the Michigan area and in our area. Also, make sure you guys check out Not Just Guns. We didn't talk a lot about Not Just Guns today. Let me move this so you can see their logo. There we go. Make sure you check out notjustguns.com tonight. Not Just Guns has an auction going on. I think Eric said earlier there was 25 pages of items tonight. So that includes guns, ammo, holsters, sights, triggers, accessories, you name it, gun related. It is on notjustguns.com right now. So make sure that you guys go check that out. And we do Not Just Guns gift cards all the time, stuff like that. We didn't do one tonight, but those are all good for their website as well as in store. So make sure you guys check them out. As always, if you guys can donate a couple bucks, the PayPal is below here, detailedImages@gmail.com, and the Venmo is at Pew Pew Nation. It takes a lot of money to run the show, actually, and a lot of time. Your donations help pay for new giveaways. We do have the Sonic Boom that was bought with your donations. It's going to get given away, just not this week. But next week, I believe it's going to get given away for sure. So make sure that you guys check it out. Donate a couple bucks if you can at the PayPal, Venmo. I do have Cash App and all that stuff too if that's what you prefer. But detailed images at gmail.com for PayPal. Venmo is right there at Pew Pew Nation. So confusing as try to point upside down backwards. So make sure you guys check it out. Make sure you donate a couple bucks. As always, make sure you follow Pew Pew Nation on Instagram. Like our page on Facebook. Follow the YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. And check out Not Just Guns, Facebook and Instagram. Freedom Fatigues, Instagram, Facebook. And go buy some American-made apparel at pewpewnationusa.com or freedomfatigues.com. We'll see you guys next week. I will have video of that suppressor for next week and some more awesome topics. Chris will be joining us again next week, and hopefully we have power and we're in the normal studio. I will see you guys all later, and make sure you carry on and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I greatly appreciate y'all. Thank you.